London, the capital city of the United Kingdom, is one of the most iconic and historically rich cities in the world. A vibrant metropolis where the past and the future meet. It is a global hub for finance, culture, education, and politics. London is celebrated for its architectural diversity, where cutting-edge skyscrapers rise beside centuries-old monuments, reflecting the evolution of one of the world's greatest cities. Wandering through the streets feels like a voyage across centuries. In one glance you pass by storied masonry and ornate facades, whispering of bygone eras. In the next, you encounter gleaming towers of glass and steel that reach skyward. While venerable monuments root the metropolis in its history, daring new forms propel it into the future, creating an ever-evolving urban tapestry. London's history is written in its buildings. From royal palaces to religious sanctuaries and ancient bridges, these landmarks are not just attractions. They are symbols of British heritage. One prime example is the Palace of Westminster, often called the House of Parliament, an iconic symbol of British political life and one of the most famous landmarks in London. Situated on the banks of the River Thames, it has served as the seat of the UK Parliament for centuries. The palace, originally built in the 11th century by William the Conqueror, has undergone numerous reconstructions over the years, particularly following a devastating fire in 1834. The current structure, largely designed by Sir Charles Barry and Augustus Pugin, showcases a stunning example of Victorian neo-Gothic architecture with intricate stonework, pointed arches, and soaring spires that dominate the skyline. At the heart of the building lies the Victoria Tower, which stands as one of the tallest towers in London, rising to 98 meters. It houses the Sovereign's archive of parliamentary records, and its lantern atop the tower serves as a beacon of national governance. Alongside it is the Central Tower, a striking feature of the palace's design, which rises to 91 meters. The Central Tower provides a prominent focal point for the building's riverside facade. These two towers, along with the intricate roofline of the palace, create an unforgettable skyline that has become synonymous with the British democracy. The palace is home to the two Houses of Parliament, the House of Commons and the House of Lords. These chambers, along with the surrounding rooms and halls, are where the UK's laws are debated, enacted, and scrutinized. The exterior facade of the palace is adorned with exquisite carvings and statues, all reflecting the country's long and storied history. The Palace of Westminster is not only a working political institution, but also a UNESCO World Heritage Site, drawing millions of visitors each year. Its proximity to the River Thames adds to its grandeur, as the building's Victorian Gothic style contrasts with the modern skyscrapers of the city. Preservation efforts continue to maintain its beauty, from restoring weathered stonework to ensuring the structural integrity of the iconic clock tower. This continuous balancing act of historic preservation and modernization keeps the palace a living, breathing symbol of British democracy and heritage. Big Ben, though commonly used to refer to the entire clock tower at the north end of the Palace of Westminster, is actually the nickname for the great bell housed within the tower. Officially renamed the Elizabeth Tower in 2012 to honor Queen Elizabeth II's Diamond Jubilee, the structure was completed in 1859, following the devastating fire that destroyed much of the old palace. Designed by architect Augustus Pugin, the 96-meter-high tower is a masterpiece of neo-Gothic architecture featuring ornate stonework, gilded details, and a massive clock face on each of its four sides. The Great Bell, known as Big Ben, weighs over 13 tons and produces its distinctive chime that has become one of the most recognizable sounds in the world. Each clock dial measures over 7 meters in diameter, and the clock mechanism itself has been remarkably accurate for more than a century and a half. The tower has stood as a resilient symbol through wartime bombings, particularly during the Blitz, when its chimes reassured Londoners amidst the chaos. Today, Big Ben is not just a functional timekeeper, but also an enduring emblem of British tradition and endurance. The Elizabeth Tower has undergone several conservation projects to preserve its intricate detailing and to update its internal systems for modern use. A major restoration project began in 2017 and included repairs to stonework, cast iron, and the clock mechanism itself, along with the installation of a lift for better access. As the tower emerged from scaffolding in 2022, its fresh gilding and restored features brought new brilliance to one of London's most beloved landmarks. Whether seen at sunrise, glinting over the Thames, or heard tolling across the city, Big Ben continues to symbolize the timeless spirit of London. Westminster Abbey stands as one of the most revered religious structures in the United Kingdom, with a history stretching back over 1,000 years. Founded in the 10th century by Benedictine monks, the present Gothic church was largely constructed under the reign of Henry III in the 13th century. Its soaring pointed arches, ribbed vaults, and intricate stained glass windows embody the height of medieval craftsmanship. Located just west of the Palace of Westminster, the Abbey has long served as the setting for coronations, royal weddings, and national ceremonies, solidifying its role as a centerpiece of British heritage. Beyond its role as a ceremonial venue, Westminster Abbey is also a place of memory and honor. It houses the tombs of 17 monarchs including Elizabeth I, as well as Mary Queen of Scots. In addition, it features memorials to writers, scientists, and statesmen in the renowned Poets' Corner. Figures such as Geoffrey Chaucer, Charles Dickens, and Sir Isaac Newton are commemorated here, linking the building not just to royalty, but to the broader cultural fabric of the nation. Every corner of the Abbey tells a story, from the intricately carved chapter house to the serene beauty of the cloisters, making it both a place of worship and a living museum. The Abbey's architecture is a testament to centuries of devotion and ambition. Its western towers, designed by Nicholas Hawksmoor in the 18th century, complemented the earlier Gothic elements and provide a striking facade facing Parliament Square. Ongoing conservation efforts ensured that the stonework, windows, and medieval tiles continue to be preserved for future generations. Despite its ancient roots, Westminster Abbey remains a vibrant spiritual and cultural landmark, hosting daily services and special events that tie its remarkable past to the present. Somerset House is a grand neoclassical building situated along the Strand, facing the River Thames. Originally commissioned by the Duke of Somerset in the 16th century, the current structure was designed by Sir William Chambers and completed in the late 18th century. Built to house government offices, such as the Navy Board, the building features a majestic central courtyard framed by elegant facades, arched walkways, and classical columns. Its riverfront terrace, once a private dock for state barges, underscores the historic link between the architecture and the Thames, reinforcing Somerset House's prestigious role in public life. Throughout its history, Somerset House has adapted to the needs of the city. It once accommodated critical administrative functions, including the Inland Revenue, and served as the home of the General Register Office, where births, marriages, and deaths were recorded. Today, following extensive restoration work begun in the late 20th century, Somerset House has been transformed into a vibrant arts and cultural hub. It now houses artist studios, contemporary galleries, and institutions such as the Courtauld Institute of Art, seamlessly blending historic grandeur with creative innovation. Seasonal events like the Winter Ice Rink and summer open-air concerts have made the site a beloved destination for both Londoners and tourists. Architecturally, Somerset House is celebrated for its harmonious proportions and its refined decorative detailing, which reflect Chambers' mastery of the neoclassical style. The iconic fountain court with its choreographed fountains serves as a dynamic centerpiece to the building. Meanwhile, the river terrace offers expansive views across the Thames and hosts installations and exhibitions that link the historic past to the contemporary art practices. Through careful stewardship and creative reinvention, Somerset House has preserved its architectural significance while becoming a lively and evolving cultural landmark at the heart of London. The Royal Courts of Justice, located on the Strand in central London, is one of the city's most impressive examples of Victorian Gothic architecture. Designed by Sir George Edmund Street and officially opened by Queen Victoria in 1882, the building is constructed from pale Portland stone, giving it a commanding ethereal presence. Its monumental west front is adorned with pointed arches, twin towers, rose windows, and intricate tracery, all hallmarks of the Gothic Revival style. Despite its ornate exterior, the building was designed with functionality in mind, housing numerous courtrooms, offices, and administrative spaces needed to serve England's expanding judicial system. Inside, the Royal Courts of Justice maintain the grandeur suggested by the exterior. Visitors enter through a soaring great hall, featuring vaulted ceilings, stained glass windows, and richly detailed stone carvings. Courtrooms are arranged along long echoing corridors, each space designed to reflect both solemnity and dignity appropriate to legal proceedings. Although much of the structure is historic, careful conservation work ensures that modern needs like digital recording systems and accessibility adaptations are subtly integrated without detracting from the historic fabric. The complex primarily houses the High Court and Court of Appeal of England and Wales, where major civil cases are heard. Today, the Royal Courts of Justice is both a working institution and a heritage landmark. It continues to operate daily as one of the principal centers of English law, handling cases of national and international significance. At the same time, it is open to the public, offering tours that reveal its fascinating blend of architecture, history, and modern legal practice. Its dignified presence on the Strand, with its spires and stone carvings, stands as a physical embodiment of British long legal tradition and the enduring ideals of justice. The Tower of London stands as one of Britain's most iconic and historically rich landmarks. Founded by William the Conqueror around 1078, the fortress began as the White Tower, a formidable Norman keep constructed to assert control over the capital. Throughout the centuries, it evolved into a sprawling complex surrounded by massive defensive walls, corner towers, and a moat. The tower's strategic location on the north bank of the Thames emphasized its dual role as both royal residence and military stronghold. Its thick limestone walls, crenellated battlements, and arrow slits exemplify medieval military architecture designed to resist siege and intimidate would-be challengers. Beyond its martial function, the tower evolved into a multifaceted royal complex. It housed the crown jewels, served as the original royal mint, and operated as an armory and even a menagerie for exotic animals gifted to the monarchy. The tower's various structures, including its expansive curtain walls and fortified keeps, cover a floor area of approximately 12 acres, making it one of the most impressive medieval fortresses in Europe. These layers of function and architecture highlight the tower's enduring role in Britain's story of monarchy, defense, and ceremony. Today, the Tower of London is carefully preserved as a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the country's most visited tourist attractions. Visitors are greeted by the yeoman warders or beef eaters, who offer vivid historical tours filled with legends and lore. The White Tower itself remains at the heart of the complex, housing exhibitions of medieval armor and weaponry. Surrounding towers, restored battlements, and the historic Traitor's Gate offer a deeply atmospheric experience of London's medieval past. Though it no longer serves a military purpose, the tower's looming walls and ancient stones continue to symbolize endurance, authority, and national memory. Tower Bridge, completed in 1894, is one of London's most iconic landmarks, combining the functionality of a bascule bridge with the grandeur of Victorian Gothic architecture. Designed by Sir Horace Jones and engineered by Sir John Wolfe Barry, the bridge was conceived to ease road traffic while allowing tall ships to pass upstream to the busy pool of London docks. Its twin towers, standing 65 meters tall, are constructed from steel frames clad in Cornish granite and Portland stone, creating a structure that is both practical and visually striking. The bridge's central bascules or drawbridges were originally powered by steam-driven hydraulic mechanisms, allowing them to lift in just a few minutes to permit river traffic to pass. Today, although the lifting mechanism is powered by electricity and oil hydraulics, the bridge still opens about 800 times a year. Above the bascules, a pair of high-level glass-floored walkways link the two towers, offering pedestrians sweeping views of the city skyline and the Thames below, a feature originally intended to allow people to cross, even while the bridge was raised. Tower Bridge is more than just a functioning river crossing. It is a symbol of London's innovation and resilience. Its unmistakable silhouette has featured in countless films, books, and artworks, embodying the spirit of the city. Visitors can tour the Tower Bridge exhibition inside the structure, exploring its Victorian engine rooms and learning about its construction and history. Standing proudly near the Tower of London, Tower Bridge is a masterpiece of 19th century engineering and remains a beloved emblem of the British capital. St. Paul's Cathedral, an enduring symbol of London's spiritual heritage, dominates the skyline with its magnificent dome. Designed by Sir Christopher Wren after the Great Fire of London in 1666, the cathedral is one of the largest and most iconic churches in the United Kingdom. The building's design is a masterful example of English Baroque architecture, combining classical elements with Wren's innovative approach. The dome, which rises 111 meters above the city, is a defining feature of the cathedral and remains one of the largest in the world. Its grandeur is complemented by a striking facade, intricate carvings, and soaring columns that reflect both the cathedral's religious significance and its architectural splendor. St. Paul's has witnessed many significant moments in British history, from state funerals to national celebrations. The cathedral served as the venue for the funeral of Lord Nelson, the wedding of Charles, Prince of Wales and Lady Diana Spencer, as well as the state funeral of Winston Churchill. During World War II, it became a symbol of London's determination and endurance. In the face of the Blitz, when bombs fell on the city, the cathedral miraculously survived, standing tall as a beacon of hope and resilience. Inside, St. Paul's is just as awe-inspiring as its exterior. Visitors are greeted by a stunning array of artworks, mosaics, and intricate carvings, including the famous Whispering Gallery, where even the faintest sound can be heard from across the dome. The cathedral's main altar, the dome's interior, and many chapels throughout the building are adorned with beautiful religious iconography that speaks to the centuries of Christian faith and worship. Its crypt houses the tombs of numerous notable figures, including Lord Nelson and the architect Sir Christopher Wren himself. St. Paul's is not only an active place of worship, but also a significant cultural landmark, drawing tourists, pilgrims, and history enthusiasts from around the world. St. Clement Danes Church, located on the Strand in central London, is a significant landmark with a rich history that spans generations. Originally founded in the 9th century, the church is renowned for its Baroque architectural style, designed by Sir Christopher Wren in the late 17th century after the Great Fire of London. The building's exterior, with its classical columns and impressive portico, stands as a testament to Wren's genius. The elegant tower, crowned with a lantern and a weather vane, is a distinctive feature of the London skyline. Over the centuries, the church has been rebuilt and restored multiple times, but its striking facade and historical significance have remained constant. The interior of the church features intricate woodwork, elegant plasterwork, and numerous memorial plaques, creating a space that is both solemn and inspiring. It stands as a spiritual sanctuary, a symbol of British heritage, and a reminder of the nation's long history of resilience in the face of both peace and conflict. St. Clement Danes was severely damaged during the Blitz in 1941, when German bombing raids left only its outer walls and tower standing. Following the war, the church was meticulously restored in the early 1950s. This place holds particular importance due to its deep association with the military. It was designated as the central church for the Royal Air Force in 1956, becoming a symbol of the RAF's history and the courage of those who served. Among its many tributes, the floor bears the Polish Air Force's memorial, honoring those who fought alongside the Allies during World War II. Outside, statues of prominent RAF figures further emphasize the church's role as a national site of remembrance and respect. In London's financial district, the Skyline has undergone a remarkable transformation over recent decades. Today's modern buildings are bold, innovative, and often affectionately nicknamed by locals. These striking structures reflect the city's evolution into a global center of architectural ambition. Some of the most prominent among them include 30 St. Mary Axe, widely known as the Gherkin, is one of London's most recognizable towers. Completed in 2003 and standing at 180 meters, it was designed by Norman Foster and stands out due to its curved aerodynamic shape and a spiral pattern of glass panels. The building is praised for its eco-friendly design, including natural ventilation systems and energy-saving features, making it a symbol of sustainable architecture in an urban environment. The Leadenhall building, or the Cheesegrater, earned its nickname because of its distinctive wedge shape that appears to slice through the sky. Reaching a height of 225 meters, it was built with an intentional slant to preserve views of St. Paul's Cathedral and other historic sites. Its exposed steel frame and glass facade showcase modern industrial aesthetics, and the open atrium at the base has become a popular public space for professionals in the heart of the city. Tower 42, formerly known as the NatWest Tower, once held the title of the tallest building in the UK. Rising to 180 meters, its unique shape reflects the NatWest logo when viewed from above. Completed in 1980, this skyscraper represents the early stages of London's vertical expansion. Though it predates the more expressive towers of the 21st century, it remains a functional and iconic part of the city's financial landscape. 110 Bishopsgate, commonly referred to as Heron Tower, stands as one of London's tallest buildings at 230 meters, including its spire. The structure's design involves vertical glass fins and a prominent illuminated spire that makes it especially striking at night. The building houses high-end office spaces, restaurants, and a unique aquarium in the lobby, exemplifying how modern design can combine elegance with functionality. 52 to 54 Lime Street, better known as the Scalpel, lives up to its nickname with sharply defined lines and cutting-edge aesthetics. Completed in 2018 and measuring 190 meters tall, the building adds drama to the skyline with its sleek blade-like profile. It is part of a new wave of London skyscrapers that not only serve commercial purposes but also contribute artistically to the cityscape. "100 Bishopsgate is a striking addition to London's modern skyline, defined by its towering, minimalist form. Standing at 172 meters, it features floor-to-ceiling glass and a clean geometric silhouette. Completed in the late 2010s, the building's scale and simplicity make it a powerful presence in London, anchoring a new cluster of contemporary high-rises. One Leadenhall London is a modern skyscraper rising beside the historic Leadenhall Market in the heart of the city. Designed by Make Architects, the sleek glass tower reaches a height of 165 meters and offers a striking contrast to its historic surroundings. Its design features clean vertical lines and a stepped form that tapers as it rises, respecting the sight lines to nearby landmarks like St. Paul's Cathedral. 20 Fenchurch Street, known affectionately as the Walkie-Talkie, is one of the most controversial and memorable buildings in the city. Reaching 160 meters in height, Its top-heavy design flares outward, earning both criticism and praise. The building is home to the Sky Garden, a public indoor green space offering panoramic views of the capital, making it a destination as well as a workplace. 22 Bishopsgate, sometimes marketed as the Vertical Village, is one of the tallest buildings in the City of London. Soaring to 278 meters, it was completed in 2020 and designed as a flexible, people-focused workspace that promotes community and well-being. Its intelligent design includes smart systems, open communal areas, and wellness zones, representing a new philosophy in office architecture. The Shard, whose nickname is also its official moniker, is the tallest building in Western Europe. Designed by Renzo Piano and piercing the sky at 310 meters, it rises with a sharp crystalline shape that has become a modern icon. The structure houses offices, restaurants, a hotel, and a public viewing gallery. The Shard's elegance and height not only redefine London's skyline, but have solidified its place as a lasting beacon of the city's aspirations. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me know your opinion in the comments section, and if you would like, please subscribe to my channel and wait for new videos.